Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of an updated come with me to vet school vlog. It'll be a bit more of a chill week because I've just finished my mid-semester exams and I'm nearing the end of the semester, but it's not quite that point of the semester where you really need to start studying for your finals. So I'm trying to keep it a bit more of a chill week, kind of a bit more realistic, I guess. You know, when you're not studying 5 hours a day and it looks like you're a really good student 24/7. If this interests you, please subscribe. I upload every single Sunday where you can see more vet school content like this. Other than that, please join me in a week in my life. Okay, Monday, done and dusted. Normally Monday doesn't have any classes at all, and don't be deceived by that. 100% I still have a lot of stuff to be doing. It is the only day normally where we have absolutely no classes, but we need to watch all of our lectures for the week, which is normally about 10 hours or so, give or take. 5 hours if you double speed it. So normally I would spend most of today indoors or in the library just trying to get through most of the lectures because I just prefer to get it over and done with at the start of the week. Not today. I had to go out to a different campus today because I had to do some animal handling classes, which are normally done on a Friday, but for some reason they wanted me to come in on an extra day.
Mitchell, I need to have my reaction.
So I had to get up early-ish. It was about 6:30 in the morning. Did some lectures on the train, and then 9 a.m. I had to do horse handling, and 10:30 to midday I had dog handling. After that I did end up deciding to stay there and just go to the library and study because I had lectures to do. I didn't want to come home and do them. I thought I might be more productive at the library. So I stayed there, did a whole bunch of lectures, pretty much finished most of my lectures, and in saying that, that is because I did do some of them Sunday because I was preempting having no time today. And then in all honesty after that, I met up with a friend. I went and got ice cream. I have to insert a photo because that ice cream was amazing. And then after that, went home, did another lecture because I felt guilty for standing around and eating ice cream for a bit, which is stupid. I shouldn't feel guilty about it. And then had my dinner probably too late at about 8 p.m. Other than that, it was a pretty productive day all considering. So let's go on a Tuesday. Alright, it is currently a bit past 5 p.m. and I think I'm calling it quits for today, which is a bit earlier than I normally would. So I did my normal Tuesday routine today, which is basically I get up at 7, I study for a little bit, and then I head to my 9 a.m. class. Basically my 9 a.m. class it's a bit boring if I'm being honest. It's my least favourite subject. Today was more about exotics. I'm not going to be an exotics vet, I can say that.
Now put that thing back where it came from, or so help me!
And it was a lot of rabbits, lizards. The lizards I find a bit more interesting. Like, if I'm being completely honest, it's the class that I zone out of. and in the background I booked in some placements. So I've booked in a 2-week horse placement, which I'm really excited about, and if you do want to see that, I will most likely film a vlog of my placements and upload them when those happen. So if you are interested in that, please subscribe and follow along to see that. And then once my little exotics class finished, I again decided to stay back at uni for a bit longer, which I don't normally do, but I could already feel I wasn't starting to feel too well and I wanted to get some things done before I left. So I stayed back, finished the last of my lectures that I hadn't done yesterday, which wasn't too many, finished a little bit more of study, and then I came home and we had this extra online module today that we had to do, which was basically sitting on a Zoom for 2 hours. I hate these classes.
But I'm not that guy.
I zone out, force me to come to the class, force me to do the content, because otherwise I'm just staring at your slide on Zoom and I don't really understand what's happening. And I know that when I get to the finals, I'm going to come back and look at this and go, wow, I really didn't understand it. And then I'm just going to teach myself it. That is just finished because that was until 5 p.m. And basically I'm crashing out for the rest of the day. I got sick near the end of last week, so I think I'm not going to get anything more productive done today. So other than that, let's go on to Wednesday. So thank God I'm not feeling as sick today. Hopefully that's because I took the night off. Today was a bit of a weird day just in general. Normally on a Wednesday I have a dissection class. Today I didn't have one for some reason. In my mind it makes up for the fact that on Monday we had to go into class when we normally don't have to. So I kind of knew today was going to be a bit of a more boring day, I guess, for the vlog, but a more chill day for me, which is great considering how crap I felt last night. But basically when I woke up this morning, I did not do anything to do with vet school.
Oh my God.
I decided to edit. I spent a lot of time on that. It was about 1 p.m. by the time I had stopped eating lunch and everything. And naturally, I was starting to feel insanely guilty that I hadn't done, anything for my actual degree yet.
Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
I walked to the library and I forced myself to stay there until about 6 p.m. So I just treated it as some light review, did some of my flashcards for every single class, realized that I have 500 due in almost every subject. I remember when I started, I thought you have to keep up to date with your flashcards always. It's actually impossible to be 100% up to date with your flashcards. Like, why aren't people out there saying that they don't get through every single flashcard? I don't believe you guys. You're not getting through every single flashcard.
Liar!
But yeah, now it is 7 p.m. I am stopping for the day, gonna have some dinner, and we'll be back for Thursday. Alright, ignore my hair, but Thursday is completely done now, and I have a feeling that there's basically no content that I've filmed today, so I apologize. It is just a very class-heavy day. I'll normally get up at 7 a.m, I study for a little bit in the morning, and then I go to my 9 a.m. class. That is usually my digestion class, and we just sit there with our computers open. We have a case study that we have to do as a group, so we're just answering questions. So there's normally nothing I can film. And then right after that we have a quiz on the case study, and then I basically have a 2-hour break. I did nothing in my 2-hour break. I remember when I started the semester, we're going to study in these 2-hour breaks, we're going to get so much done. Now that it's week 10, it's like we've just given up And then I normally have a class 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. A lot of people don't turn up for this class because it's a really boring class. It's on animal production. Almost every single week we're making management calendars pretty much. Today was actually a bit more interesting because we had to do it on deers and alpacas. And then I got really excited. Well, I think most people get really excited when the class finishes early, but it finished early and I raced home. I was so excited. Just know it was a long day of classes, and ironically I normally feel least productive on days where I have really long classes. So other than that, I've got to get up quite early tomorrow to head out to a different campus, so I'll see you for Friday.
Let there be light.
Okay, hello. The week is officially over, thank God. Basically, like I said yesterday, I had to go to a different campus today. I ended up deciding to just get up early and then I would spend the morning studying. Normally the morning would have all of my animal handling classes, but because I talked about earlier how I had them on Monday instead of today, I ended up having the whole morning off. So I literally just spent the whole time in the library trying to catch up on everything that I don't know.
Right, do your work. You can't do your work and watch YouTube at the same time.
After spending a couple of hours in there, I started feeling really burnt out. So I ended up going upstairs where I was practicing my harnessing and everything because I've got exams on Monday for animal handling, which I'm really nervous about. Spent quite a bit of time up there until I felt a bit more confident. Had some lunch. And then in the afternoon, I had some practicals. It was basically just 2 practicals. I had a gross one and I had a histology one.
No! God, please, no! No!
Which I despise histology, I always say this. So now I am home, I'm done for the week. I will probably spend the weekend trying to catch up a little bit on lectures because I do have those exams I was talking about on Monday. And then other than that, I'm gonna try and take some time for myself.
That's actually hilarious.
But that's it. That's been a week in the life of a first year vet student. I hope you found this interesting. If you do, please subscribe. I'm here every single Sunday at 9 a.m. Like this video and comment. Please let me know what content you want to see more of. And if you want to see more frequent uploads, I am on Instagram at becomingdoctalia, so please go check me out there. Alright guys, bye!